Hey, you guys, welcome back to Hospitality Queens with your favorite two hospitality gurus. I'm Erin.
What up? It's Whitney. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, y'all. And we have a guest
Okay.
today. I'm very excited. He's going to be coming on soon, so it's going to be lit today.
Yes. Are you drinking anything today?
Water.
Yeah, same. I got a good old life water, hydration, perfectly balanced. Okay, you guys stay hydrated, even though the weather is definitely feeling much better, but you can just never have too much water. I'm
Mm-mm.
feeling the green on your nails, love.
Yeah. I usually do, I call them wedding nails because manifesting. But the hood healer talks a lot about like the colors of your nails and like what they attract and like meanings of colors. So I'm going money green. So yeah.
There you
And
go.
green. Gotta love the green. So
Yes, green for abundance. Love it.
and green for that tree. Oh, and
That too.
yeah, green for that tree. Check out oh my god, Mr. B CBD. I just posted a reel about them. I love all of their products, but check them out on Instagram and you can shop on their site. They ship everywhere. I like send so many people there because I just love their products. I Anytime I go, I buy a bunch of stuff, and most of it I give away. I don't even consume it. I'm always giving away gummies and water packets because I want people to try it so they can go by, and it makes me so happy whenever I go in there. And he tells me, "Oh, I met this person, or this person came in," so people are really going and supporting. So I love that, y'all. My mama was in there, okay? So I love them. Love support small businesses, black-owned businesses. I really love it. So go check them out,
Yes.
Mr. B CBD. Check them out and tell them Whitney sent you.
Whitney sent you. Yes. What is the benefits for you when you use CBD? Well, how do you find that it
It's
helps
just
you?
it's relaxing. So it's mainly like after work or like on an off day. I like to use it because it helps me either one sleep, like wind down to sleep, or just wind down because there's so much stuff happening. But they have a lot of other benefits. It can help with inflammation as well, joint pains. I get my grandma this tincture, and she has really bad hip pain, and she loves it. It helps her so much. So it doesn't get you. They have a lot of different products. So there's some that have a little bit of THC in it, and there's some that have no THC. So you're not going to feel high or anything like that. It's really going to help the pain that you have. So they have CBD for pets in there. They have stuff that's just for sleep. They have what is it called? Vapes in there. So it's a lot of different things. But for me, I mainly use it to relax and for sleep.
Love it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely
but
a good
literally,
calmer.
hmm yes, yes, yes. Love their products, and I love it. My grandma and I, you don't want to see your loved ones in pain, and like
Mm-hmm.
we talked about last week, I think it was like over the counter things can sometimes just be temporary or not really fix it at all because you
Mm-hmm.
just keep buying the product. But she loves the products like nothing else has worked for her hip pains. I haven't heard her complain about it at all. So
Yeah,
love
that's
it.
good. Yeah,
Hmm.
definitely. If you guys deal with stress and anxiety, CBD to help you get off of those prescribed drugs is a good balance as well. And like you said,
Hmm.
my mom calls it Arthur. Like if she had that arthritis popping through, if
Hmm.
Arthur coming through, your friends or family, that's a good Christmas gift. So,
Yep.
check them out, do something different, and that's gonna help them heal and be amazing.
Yeah.
Damn,
For sure.
love it. That's awesome.
Uh,
Ooh,
uh,
it's spooky
uh-oh.
ooky. Ooh.
Hi,
Uh-oh.
Dash.
Uh-oh.
And
What
here
it
we
do,
have
Dash?
it. We
Yeah, they
spoke
done
this
let
into
me
existence.
in. They done let me in.
Dash called me this morning and said, "Okay, so I'm gonna be on the show today." I said, "Oh, I guess." He said, "Y'all talked about it, but Dash is the follow up king, okay? And one thing he's gonna
He
do is
following up.
say what you had said. What were we gonna do? Okay, we're doing it. So he's
We
You know what I'm
doing it.
here
saying?
in the flesh.
We always talk about Dash on our show, you guys. So if you don't know, then you're crazy. This is the Mr. Spooky Yuki himself. He's doing big things out here. Congratulations to you and your business. I see you out here, Shoddy. Okay. I'm ready
I
for my
appreciate
picture
it.
though. Okay, and my white rice.
And
I ain't
my
got the white rice
white
yet,
rice.
child.
White rice.
You remember
Yeah,
we, that was
man.
last year.
Oh
When
yeah,
Papa
yeah,
used to
yeah,
call for
yeah,
my white
yeah.
rice. It's been a
I
year,
got you. I
y'all.
got
He
you.
said he was gonna cook that white rice for us, child. What else he said? I think it was like some jerk chicken, but make me some veggie chicken.
Nah, not you just naming items off the
I
menu
added.
that we did not talk about. But all right,
Right. So I'm like,
I'm
I don't
here
know
for
about
it.
the white rice, but
I do remember the rice because we were talking about how men
this
didn't know how to make rice. That's where it came up.
No, I said people don't know how to
Oh,
people,
make
you
yeah,
said
not
rice.
people.
men. People. It's the
See,
people thing,
see,
not
not the
men.
targeted, not the targeted.
I did target. I did absolutely.
On to
No,
you, Aaron.
people.
Anyway,
People in general don't know how to make rice. That's a fact.
nah, facts, facts. But how the hospitality queens feeling? This lovely new week. Got a new week here. Feeling good, I hope.
Yeah, great,
Amazing.
That's good. That's
very
good.
great.
We get to
But
see your
Dash
face, so it's even
actually,
better.
since then, that's still a long time ago. But Dash actually has cooked for me a few times, for me and Jonah. So
Hmm.
Yeah, he do be whipping it up. I'm just making a joke because I'm far away, you guys. So that's the only
That
reason I ain't
part.
got my food. That's the only reason. I'm sure I would have
For
pulled up a
sure.
thousand times already.
no, I just had to. No, I'm not saying
For
because
sure.
I'm just saying in general. Dash do be cooking and putting stuff on the grill, so he be doing his one too. His
Indeed, I
good
do.
one.
Indeed, I
I
do.
love that.
He be
What's
doing
new
Indeed,
with
his.
I
you?
do.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, y'all. I'm feeling real good. I don't know why I'm feeling nervous right now. I've been on a pod, like I haven't been seen on a podcast in like many of episodes,
Dash.
many, many of episodes.
And he's the man behind the scenes, you guys. So this is pretty monumental for us. As he helped
Yeah,
us go ahead and be on the screen today. So it's Liddy.
go ahead.
It's Liddy.
I guess.
Yeah,
I guess.
I
Dash.
it's been a I know, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, it's so rare to see me actually on the camera. So I'm just kind of looking at myself on this camera, like, what am I really doing here, guys? What am I really doing here? But nah, everything has been good. Yeah, it's been a beautiful year. Digital Dash Productions. If you do not know, follow me on Instagram. But I am the owner and CEO of Digital Dash Productions. I have been um, to New York. I've been to Houston. I've been to Miami. I've been to LA, all with the production team of for Boutique Fashion Week, BBFW. If you want to look that up on Google, definitely check that out. It's an emerging platform, definitely something that I think everybody can find a niche in, but also be a part of it and have a beautiful time. So I think it's one of those things that I just really, I'm in a awe because October 20th is when I really, started taking this thing very serious and really creating my own lane, essentially. And
Mm-hmm.
it's been very fruitful. I think it's more of uh, a good feeling when you're doing the things that you really enjoy doing, but also it's your baby. So,
Mm-hmm.
nobody can really tell you what to do with your baby. You get to do what you want and what you choose to do and how you want to go about it. So, I'm not doing the typical look at me, pick me, pick me. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm gonna let
Mm-hmm.
my work speak for itself. If you want to rock with me, you're gonna reach out. You know what I mean? Like I have a guy who literally, I'm just seeing the DM and I'm just responding to him, but he wanted me to go to A&T weekend, November 3rd and 4th to shoot his content. And then that's like, yo, bro, that's just money sitting in my DMs that I didn't even know was sitting there. He's been there like a month now. Um,
Period.
so it's just one of those things like, opportunities come and present themselves every single day. But
Mm-hmm.
also, I will say those DM requests, check those because I don't check them enough. Okay. So,
Mm-hmm.
but uh, I'm also the engineer of We're Just a Messages podcast, and they asked me yesterday when we was recording, what's one of my biggest takeaways of the years, and I would say my biggest takeaway of this whole thing is it's okay to say no. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you don't have to say yes to every single project. You don't have to agree to work with every single body. You don't have to
Mm-hmm.
be the guy that people have to call on. It's okay to, sometimes it might not fit your mode. But I said a lot of yeses. This year, And I think I'm thankful that for that because I gained knowledge, I gained, you know, an insight in a business that is a ongoing business, which is technology and learning how to adapt with the times. I mean, you're thinking as a videographer, you're going from shooting on VHSs to now shooting on memory cards that, or you can shoot on your camera and it Bluetooth wirelessly straight to your phone or straight to your computer. Like technology has changed tremendously, but it's just something that is continues to evolve every single day. So it's like, where do you fit in? Where do you find your niche in this whole crazy world that we call life? So but yeah, my biggest takeaway so far of all of this has been it's okay to say no to people. It's okay to say no to projects that just doesn't align to yourself, but also into your business etiquette.
Hmm. I feel like that's a good kind of like an affirmation, although you are the affirmation guy.
There you go.
But
There you go.
that's a good thing motto to live by.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's super important when you like are creating a brand to be able to understand what that culture is going to be and not try to move and shake to get these big names or whatever the dollar sign is. And you see that a lot nowadays. People are just really being cautious with their energy, and it's like you said, it's your baby. So one sketchy person can really make your job way harder because
Hmm.
they probably weren't aligned, and then things go bad, and now you stressed out missing money on other things. So
Mm.
I
Oh, for sure.
love staying
For
focused
sure.
on
For
the
sure.
goal. What made you get into videography? How did Digital Dash
Um,
come about?
so, well, I mean, I was already doing podcasting, and with podcasting and evolving, it's essentially podcasting. It just can't be an audio world. It just can't be. I mean, just to be only audio, yeah, you can do that, but up to a certain point, I feel like you have to take that step. But also, just wanting to evolve in podcasting, I invested into a cinema camera, which is called Blackmagic 6K Pro. And when I did that, just the doors open. I mean, it's just was one of those things like, wow, this the thing can shoot like movies. So it's like
Ooh,
the
okay.
quality of it, just the look of it, it just made me want to do more than just step into podcasting. And I started doing photography back in the day, 2008, 2009. Jesus Christ, so long ago. But but yeah, I was in the club taking pictures back in the day. And so it was something that, I remember that feeling of um, always being able to see the reaction of, if the picture's ready or the picture's ready, like people are excited for it to see the work. You know what I mean? And that wasn't even edited photos; those were just basic,
Raw,
like
uncut.
raw cameras, bro. Like, ooh, and they were raw. Lord have mercy. Them pictures could tell a lot. But really, it just was one of those things like betting on myself. I
Right.
really wanted to bet on myself and create a challenge for myself. But also, I felt like this was the right time and the right place for me to really step my game up into media and essentially revolving full doors around media. So drone footage, videography, photography, podcasting, audio work, whatever you really need in media, that's what Digital Dash Productions is all about. So, um, but the reasons why I really stepped into it was to uh, really just evolve myself. Like I see myself bigger than the current city I am. And I see that my work can take me into other cities and I'm able to market myself anywhere in the world. And so that's ultimately where I really want to take this. I would love to go international with this. And I will go international with this. You know what I mean? Like that's going to happen. And so, but also, just talking like when I went to South Africa last year, it was one of those things like speaking to people and just seeing like, wow, they hire people on to come shoot at safaris. Like, and that's always been something to me. Like, wow, like I could see myself doing stuff like this. Like I could see myself laying down in the bushes for hours just to get one shot of a lion licking his child. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do that. I see myself doing that. So, it's just one of those things like how far you really want to go in business.
Hmm.
And for
Yeah.
me, I think it's an endless streak with stepping into this role and creating a production company that essentially hits every single nail on the head.
Period.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see you in nature for sure. Water stuff because you are Moana. So I
Big up
think
myself.
I think I think that's it, Dash. I love that.
Ah,
I was
correct.
watching a podcast last night. I think it's called like Rich and Unemployed, and they were both talking about that. They both had like went to jail, right? And the guy was like, I someone showed him the game,
Mm,
and he was able to focus on that and learn how to
mm,
do something illegal and be really good at it. But he went to jail for it, right? So he started doing like he was always doing podcasting. He was like, well, what if I take that same drive and put it into the legal thing and focus on that. And now he's doing that. And he like
mhm.
just when you lock in and focus on that one thing, whatever it is, you will be successful at it. And
Oh, for sure.
that's what we see Dash doing. Like earlier, I text Dash and I was like, make sure you have your affirmation for the show. And he responded and he said, I am the affirmation. That's why I said that. And I rolled my eyes like this nigga, but it's true. Like you are the affirmation. You are what people affirm for and ask for because you found what you want to do. You're focusing on it, and you see your results. So I'm
Yeah,
very
not
proud
for
of you,
sure. Respect,
and
respect.
very proud of you because
Yeah.
I remember the 2008, 2009. I was there. I was in the uncut photos, and even like when we first started our podcast, when you would take the pictures and all that for me, like you're a great photographer then on the iPhone. So
Respect,
yeah, I can see it then. I
respect,
still see it now. So
respect.
very proud of
Yes.
Dash.
Very proud. I love
Yeah.
your full circle moment because sometimes we think about like things that we did back in the day as just like something like nonchalant. And then
Mm,
as you get older and start to appreciate those things, you notice like, man, that was a talent, a hidden gem this whole time that you could just resurface that you've been doing from the 9-9. And the evolution is endless. Technology
oh,
is like killing it. And to be in that space, psh, it's a wrap. It's
yeah,
on. It's never going anywhere. We are stuck with technology for life. It's only
100%.
getting better. It's only
Yeah,
getting
it
better. So,
definitely is definitely getting better. And I think, I I really, it's one of those things like having to tap back into like I did like 2020 was just a lot for me. And I said this on the show before. It just
Hmm.
was one of those setbacks, really look back at life and just think about what serves you and what doesn't serve you. But also tapping into things that really make you happy. Like
yeah.
if a person doesn't make you happy or a relationship doesn't make you happy, then you have to find a way to find your own lane. You have to find a way to, tap into things that make you happy. So like I got back into skating. I got back into until they closed our skating rink, but that's what was my everyday Thursday. I went to adult
Hmm.
skate. But then I got back into photography because that was something I truly enjoyed doing. And so um, I ended up shooting Charleston Wine and Food early February. The event that I ended up shooting, I ended up landing in Forbes. So that was, like, whoa, like just in it. And the crazy thing is, what most people don't know is that day I felt the most of like the weight of the world was on my shoulders, and I didn't know what direction this thing was about to go into because it was just like it just be so many questions of within self that like, yo, are
Hmm.
you sure you want to do this? Like, I mean, you're talking started in October, February, already shooting a huge already operating system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, Charleston Wine and Food. I mean, they're bringing millions of dollars into Charleston. So to think
Hmm.
like, but also to think like the people are spending like 275, 250 for tickets to be in these events. So it's like, yo,
Yes.
am I gonna shoot this right? Because I'm looking at this and I'm like, yo, I don't want to mess this up. And I just did everything uh, in my power to ensure that I like my shot list. I shot 10 times over. Like the stuff that I seen examples of that I studied before prior to the shoot. I mean, coming to Charleston Wine and Food, I made sure that like I was on task. And then even like, they do all these like festivals and I had access to all these things, but I was so locked in and making sure that one, I wasn't tired, two, that I did enough studying of previous Charleston Wine and Foods events that to where I know exactly what I'm shooting. Like it's more work than the play for me. I don't play enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like trust me, y'all. I've and the listeners, I've played a lot in my lifetime. You know what I'm
You
saying?
still
But
playing, bro.
allegedly. But it's just one of those things that it just comes when it comes to business. I'm very serious, and I
Yeah.
just really want to because essentially, like with this production company, I would look to have employees someday. I would like, I don't want to be hands on forever. So that will
Yeah.
be, and no, Whitney, you're not an assistant. So go ahead and kill that noise.
Okay.
Anyways, but
I've been trying to be on the team, and Dash declines my application every time.
all the
So
time,
whatever.
because
Yeah.
Whitney's not a worker, she's a boss, and I keep telling her that. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
I love that she's passionate and wanting to help and assist me, and that doesn't go, I don't take that lightly. You know what I mean? I
Yep.
definitely big up yourself because I do respect that, and I do, I honor that. But I also know that there's roles that you definitely can be right next to me with your brand and doing the same thing. So, those are the doors that I'm creating for everyone. Like that's the doors I want to be able to like, yo, I'm looking for a designer. I need somebody, this, and that. Boom, I got my dog Whitney. You know what I'm saying? Or I can hit up Aaron.
Yeah.
I can hit, oh, you need somebody to get tone, boom. Hit up my, you see what I'm saying? Like I want to be able, it's like anything that somebody needs, I want to be able to offer that or point them in that direction. You know what I'm saying? And even with dates,
Yeah.
like people hit me up, I might be booked. There's people that's close to me that's starting off in photography also, or already have big brands or
Mm-hmm.
big names, I would say, but they're not really doing the work, or photography. You're not going to shoot every day.
Right.
Videography, you're not going to shoot every day. So you have to figure out, am I going to do this part time or are you going to be full time? And there's a lot of part time photographers and videographers out there, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think everybody wants to essentially bet on themselves and be able to self-sustain enough income that
Mm-hmm.
they don't have to worry about working a second job, a third job, and fourth job, and overexerting energy. And this is a person who 2020 has 6 jobs. So trust me, y'all. I'm
Right.
telling y'all from a life of being exhausted all the time. Some days working 3 jobs, getting off at 3 a.m., turning around and have to be right back up at 6 a.m. See what I'm saying? Like you're gonna burn yourself out, and it's a lot of life to live. And I would hate to be damn I kicked when I'm at work. You know what I mean? When there was a chance for somebody else to fill that shoe, and I could have relaxed. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I said, learning to say no, you gotta be able to say no sometimes, and knowing when
Yep.
it's the right time to say yes and when it's the wrong time to say no. I mean, excuse me, and the wrong time to say yes. But y'all definitely, I see you guys being consistent, and I want to big you guys up because in podcasting, we see a lot of podcasts come and go. I mean, even in
Mm-hmm.
2020, the numbers were up tremendously for podcasting. Stop, Micah. The numbers were up tremendously for podcasting. And if you look at the numbers now, since late 2020, half of them didn't even make it through COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
hats off to you guys for being consistent, but also, continuing to understand and speaking to the masses about what you guys deal with in your everyday lives as being Black women, but not just Black women, raising Black kings. So, big up to you guys for that.
Well, yes,
Love
I
that.
love that. And, one thing I always admire about you, Dash, is that I don't know you like Whitney knows you, but all I know is this dude's always busy. Okay. He was always, always busy. And I'm always busy. But you don't really find like humble people when they're grinding and they're doing stuff. Like Dash has always just been chill, humble, like I'm working. Like he doesn't, it's never been like I'm better or I'm trying to be flashy, things in that nature. So, I really admire that you just always been authentic. I only know you so much as I already know Whitney has always seen those great parts about you. But no matter where you are, what you're doing, you've always been authentically you. And that is just super, super dope. So hats off to you for just
Respect.
always being dope. I mean, hell, you got some accolades, okay, over this 1 year that a lot of people that have been doing what you're doing right now have been trying to get to. And I think that like that right there shows your personality. That right there shows your integrity because the doors that you're supposed to be in, you get there quicker than maybe some that's been working really hard, that maybe don't have the right mindset or just maybe not coming from a place of peace or welcoming. To be able to do the great things you've done in this short amount of time is insane. So your Q4 is given great. Okay, we just
Respect.
talked about Q4. I'm loving this year for you. So
Respect.
shout outs to
Respect.
Digital Dash again. You guys, yeah, wherever you are in the world, pull up. He take care of the travel, take care of the logistics. He got you. He's a vibe, and I think that's what's also nice. You make people feel comfortable in your arena. I remember when me and Whitney first started. We was like, what, and you like literally just pushed us in a nice, humble way. Like you got it, and that confidence was something that we needed. And the queso queens are now your hospitality queens, and we've been doing it for years now. So
Yeah. No doubt.
um,
No doubt.
he was like, "Y'all got
Uh-huh.
it. Keep doing it. We
Okay.
putting it out today." What is like the palace? Like we putting it out. We like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
and that's what I'm saying. Betting on yourself, guys, like, and that's why I think being the director of production with Boutique Fashion Week, I think that's the biggest like good feeling of me is because these people are coming from so many places, they're coming from so many walks of life, and they, they some might be batshit crazy, some might be the most coolest people that you come in contact with. But when this lights, camera, action, they put on a show. And these are, I mean, you're talking, we've had people at 16 walk all the way up to 40 years old walking, you know what I mean? That's still pursuing their dreams. But not only that, to see what happens outside of this, like to see those models go on to New York Fashion Week and then see them go on to Paris and see them go on to Milan and see them go on to all these other places because they bet on themselves and stepping to an avenue that is already looked at as a you don't look like the typical model and you shouldn't be here type of energy to come on, you're accepted here. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
we every shape, size, it don't matter. We accept every single individual for who they are. And I think that has been one of the best feelings of working just in this arena in general. It has been, working with Boutique Fashion Week and seeing, you know, artists, seeing rappers, seeing, so many different types because I mean, it's just not just fashion. It's a music part of it, there's art part of it. And I mean, I'm gonna share this one moment in LA when Frank Mill, shout out to my boy Frank, he was up there on the mic and he was speaking and saying like, we're gonna call up the artist and have like essentially like a little interview of who's who and what she does or whatnot. And it was just a real moment of like he didn't say her name, but she knew that he was talking about her and that she was coming up on the stage next. And her father just kind of like turned to her and like nudged her and just kind of smiled at her. And it was just like a very raw moment of like, I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and stuff like that, man. It's just, it's what it's all for. This isn't for me. This isn't for, the team. This is for them. This is for the people who signed up to be a part of that. And so, continue to better yourselves and continue to grow in the industry that doesn't look like us in the front of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not us in the forefront of it, but we're pushing through. We there. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to tell everybody, man, continue to bet on yourselves, continue to love, continue to give love, because ultimately, man, everything's going to pay off. But it has to be authentic. It has to be real, and you have to really understand
Oh,
that it's going. You gotta really understand that you have to have the heart and passion in this thing, and everything ain't just going to happen overnight. It takes time, and
yeah.
it's going to continue to grow, but you have to be consistent. Consistency is key. continue. And then this the thing about it is like this guy I met in LA. His name Hefe. Shout out to him, but he runs a company called Less Models, and Less Models you can hire them for any kind of video sets, any kind of anything. And so, Hefe, he posts 5 times a day. See what I'm saying? He's in front of y'all five. You follow Hefe making moves on Instagram, you're gonna see booty cheeks clapping, all kind of stuff. 5 times a day. You feel me? You feel me?
I know that's your
But it's
favorite. That's your favorite account to
I'm
follow.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But just to think, like, this is a guy who can create in any city. If somebody has a music video in Miami, he got somebody in Miami that he can put there. In Dallas, Arizona, all these places. You see what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
he's betting on himself every single day. He's betting on himself. So if I'm surrounding myself with nothing but key pieces of players like that, you see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? People
Yeah.
who create their own blueprint essentially, like just like you guys, you are creating your own blueprint in the hospitality industry, but not just hospitality. It's real life stuff you're talking about, what you guys enjoy, what you guys see, what your friends go through. Like this is the stuff that people need to see, because as you can see with DJ Envious, sometimes people are really not who they're
Yeah.
made out to be. And even big personalities such as that, you got to say, I mean, you're talking that radio station hits over 4 million at least a day. So you're sitting here spreading lies to 4 millions every single day, having this capper up here, piece of them boys. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm
I'm
Hmm.
mad at
telling
you
you,
guys. Cause Dad tried
I
to call me DJ Envy earlier today, and I'm still tight about it. Cause
ah.
you're so annoying.
So
But no, but real spill, like authentic and being real and being and giving love, man. If DJ Envy was being authentic and giving true love out here, he would not be in this predicament and have these allegations above his head. It wasn't love. He was coming from a place of greed. See what I'm saying?
yep.
And that's what it is. That greed is going to catch you every single time. I guarantee you that. That
It
ego
will.
driven and greed is going to get you every single time. So, I know there's haters out there. I know there's doubters out there. I know there's people that's wishing that I fail. They wish I won't get booked. But guess what? I'm booked and busy, baby. You feel me?
Baby. I
You
love
feel
it.
me?
I love it.
You feel
I
me?
love it. Absolutely.
Dad,
That's when you know you're doing something.
Yes, sir.
when's the next boutique fashion week?
Next in February. So we will be in Atlanta, Georgia, and then
I'm coming
also
to that one.
yes,
I'll
and
be
then
there.
we'll be doing a one night only in New York for actual fashion week. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I will definitely have those dates up. But also you can follow Boutique Fashion Week to stay up to date. Also, you can go to that website, type in BVFW in Google. That will bring you straight to the website and subscribe, because all that good information will come straight to your emails.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I love that. Make sure you guys tap in. And if you're looking for some work or you got some video shoots coming up, I saw you just did a brand shoot, things of that nature. So there's so many things that could
Oh
be
yeah,
done.
yeah, and
I'm
it's
here for it.
that was the experience also. Being able to go up to Charlotte, work with my homegirl Erin, which we've been working to do more collaboratory work together, because she's a phenomenal makeup artist. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Erin
Shout
Michelle
out Erin.
Artistry is her name. Yes, so big up Erin.
She did my makeup for my birthday. Erin's
I
dope.
Yeah,
I
love it.
love her.
yeah, man. She does her thing, and but yeah, being able to collab with dope people like that is something that I want to continue to do. To be able to do work with makeup artists, because like, I mean, essentially goes hand in hand. You got to do a photo shoot, bro. You don't want to look crazy, because that's less work on me. Like to have to get in there and just get all them
Mm-hmm.
pimples and acne and all that. I mean, but it's hey, bro. I don't mind. That's the work. That's the post work.
It's
That's what
true.
I'm here for. But to work with and collab with other individuals has been something that I think is fulfilling for me also, because
Mm-hmm.
it's genuine and it's love. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I know the work that she does, I don't have to worry about. You know,
Yep.
like I don't have to, like I just have to really focus on shooting. I don't have to worry about people's good side or bad side. she's gonna make
Mhm.
sure that they got both sides good. You know what I'm saying? I don't even see her like get some people's chest. You know what I'm saying? They add that little glow to the chest. You know? And I'm
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
okay, okay, and it mattered. It
It
mattered
do
because,
help.
Yeah.
bro, I'm like, yo, this picture crispy. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
She
No
doing her one
filters.
too.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. Aaron, she
Okay,
do.
Aaron.
Yeah, she do her thing, man. But
Yeah.
big her up, man. And yeah. But
Mhm.
yeah, thank y'all for having me, popping in on y'all boys. You know what I'm saying? I do
Yay.
have to
Thanks
get
for
back
having
to
me.
regular life stuff and stuff,
Work.
but you guys
She's at
continue.
work.
Yeah, I'm currently at work right now. This is the quiet it's going to be. If I go into another room, I'm pretty sure it's quite chaotic because they're waiting on me. But thank y'all again for having me, gracing y'all with my beautiful face on this lovely platform. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? You guys enjoy the rest of the show. Again,
Thank you
tap in
so
with
much,
me,
Dash.
Digital Drew Dash, on all platforms. You heard? Big yourselves up, man.
Hey, thank you so much. You guys follow him. He's lit all the time. All the time. Love Dash. He is amazing. He is the man that keeps our show going. Okay. He posts us up. So that was awesome. Love it. You are the affirmation. That is the affirmation of the day. You are the affirmation. If you're living a great life, if you like where you are, and even if you're trying to get better, that's still okay. Like that's still an
Mhm.
affirming that you're trying to work on something. So I'm here for that
Mhm.
energy. It's a great start to the week. I'm loving it.
Yes. 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 The one thing Dash gonna do is get you together. Okay. He
He
always
will,
does
and I
that.
really appreciate that. I think that's so important, especially from a male figure. I think that we don't that's just not as normal, that unfortunately, like when you don't have a lot of male hype up people, like people that will hype you up no matter what your gender are. He'll hype men up too. It's not about a gender, it's just about a person being authentic and really wanting to see everybody do good. And we just don't do that. Everybody has their own life and their own highlight reel, and it's all about me and me, 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 me. And you're still in the same place. But when people are like people centric and they really enjoy people, those are the people that
Mhm.
elevate in amazing ways. So I love that. If you guys like, that's the challenge for the week. Just hype somebody up, somebody that you don't even know. Like, doesn't matter. Like, girl, you look great today. Love the lip on you. Period. That's
Mhm.
it. Like, sometimes that little piece of like, really helps people in their day. You just never know.
Yeah. Turn your
You
click
never
up.
know. Yeah, you
People
just
that's
never
not even
know.
wait. Turn your click up. Turn your click up,
Yeah.
dog. I'm trying to teach Jonah that song. Don't know why, but I am. The
Yes.
things you teach your children, but it's fun.
I love it. Did you have a good week in hospitality last week?
Yes, all my weeks in hospitality are good now, child. But
Ooh,
yeah, I
love it.
love my new job. I love the vibe there. I was just talking to Dash earlier today, and he was asking me about how work was. I'm like, it's so great. Like just seeing like the culture of the restaurant. Like they have like hardcore regulars, like to the fact that like the staff is hugging them when they get there and hugging them when they leave. Like I haven't seen anything like that since Fridays
Yeah.
in Tampa. Like I've never like I just haven't seen that, and it's just so cool to see. Like this is like these people really like coming to this place, or
Mm-hmm.
it's like I'm seeing people there every day or every like there's people really love coming there. It's just really like a good vibe, hanging out. It's like a kind of has like an indoor outdoor like vibe, like how like the bar has like kind of like a garage door type thing, so it kind of opens up, so it's open and like the GM there, like she can be outside seating a table and there's someone driving by and she's waving at them. Like it's very like kind of like Cheers, where everybody knows your name. It's just really dope. Like come in, like go sit at your table. Like just it's just a vibe and like the people there, they know like you're new. On Saturday, I was working on a essay shift. And I love that they do that for new people. It's like they break it up. So even though you're out of training, you're still going to be an essay maybe one day out the week because you still have to really learn those table numbers and then see the food because you don't get to see all the food all the time. So really having that helps tremendously for new employees. But I'm running food, and this guy is like, "Hi," and you are like, because I know that he
Mhm.
means that because I'm a new face, but quiet as it's kept, he already knew all the tea. He already knew everything about me, y'all. So he shakes my hand. I introduce myself. This is my wife, and they're at a big table. It's like a party of like 8 or something. But he introduces himself and his wife. We're regulars. We love it here. And he says, "Yeah, we heard that they stole you." He says, "We heard they stole you from insert my old job's name." And I was like, "Oh, not they stole me." I said, "Yeah, I used to work there." He was like, "Yeah," and he had to say what he had to say about where I previously worked. And I was like, "Okay, nice to meet you guys. I can't wait to
Mhm.
serve you." But like, they're on it. Like, they don't miss a beat. They don't. Who are you? What is your name? And like, they tell me like, yeah, such and such is asking about you or whatever. And they're just so like, "You're doing a great job," and not just from management, like servers, whoever, like, "You're doing a great job. Do you need anything? This is here, this is there." Or I'm asking a question, and then I ask, "Okay, well, what do I need to do this? What do I need to do for this?" And they tell me, and then they say, "Well, do you know where it is?" "No, I don't." "Okay, let's go." And they show me where it
Yeah.
is. Like, they
Mhm.
are, everyone, doesn't matter who it is, they're just nice people. And that sounds crazy, y'all, that I'm just so like hyped about it, but I just was in an environment where everyone wasn't really that nice,
Yeah.
and they rather like talk about you or make fun of you before, like, than to help you find out what it is. So it's just a new experience for me to be in such like a loving environment, and I love it. I feel
Yeah.
like every day that I'm at work, I'm like, I'm supposed to be here. I This is where I'm supposed to be. So and I saw something earlier, and it was like, sometimes you just have to take a step back to really take a step forward. And some people would be like, "Oh, I'm in this position, I'm a manager, and that's where I'm gonna go." Like, no, like, I'm fine. Like, let me go back to my roots so I can really see clear, get like, and then like I can like, do whatever I need to do from there. But just the peace of mind is just like, it's just crazy. Like, I went to pick up Jonah Saturday after work, and I only worked lunch, and he was like, and I snapped Aaron. He was like, "What are you doing here? Like, you're not supposed to be
Mhm.
here till nighttime." So it's like my child is conditioned to not see me all day. And that
Yeah.
kind of does something to you. And yes, you're a parent and you have to make those sacrifices. It's not gonna, whatever. But like, it just like did something to me. Like, dang, he just used to not. He's used to me not being here.
Mhm.
So it hit different. And now it's like we're there. We get to spend those nights together. I get to put him to sleep like almost every night, and that just means a lot to me. Yesterday we had the best day, just hanging out, having fun, doing what he wants to do. And we went to the children's museum. That's his favorite place. And there was a lady there, and she was visiting from someplace, and she was trying to tell us about it. I'm like, "Oh, we would come there all the time in the summer." And she's like, "I just love it. It's just so cute and da da da." And she was like, "And the kids are just having the best time." And she said, "That's all that matters." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. That's all that matters, is that your kids are having the time of their lives. Like, you may not want to do it, you may be tired or whatever, but like, as long as your kid is smiling and happy and running around and da 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 da, like, that's what I'm doing it for. That's what I work hard for, so we can go do the things that he wants to do." So yeah, I've had a great week in hospitality, and I know that every week going forward will be great. There's going to be times that are going to be low and whatever, but I'm at peace. I can sleep. I'm eating, so I love it. I'm just very happy.
Good. I love that. I love that. And that's super important. You guys, like, there's something holding you back from having a sense of peace. It must go. There's just no way
Hmm.
around it. Like, there's just no way around it. There's no job or title or anything like that. I don't care about titles. That is like the least of my concern.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a person that's trying to get a title besides the title I give myself. So those things
Right.
never matter to me. But jobs and people and organizations that you work for, that's what they're in there for. So they don't understand that may not be what your path is, but that's okay. No one's supposed to know what you're supposed to do in life. No one's supposed to get your dream. No one's supposed to understand why you want to make an erratic decision to be find peace. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't
Hmm.
matter at all. And I think like that's just like the model to live by. It doesn't matter what society, the American dream, oh, I want a house, like ill. Like that is not
No one,
cool.
yeah,
It's
no one
stressful
else is gonna get
because
it. and it's not for
Like,
anyone else to get.
yeah, it's not like let it go. Stop looking at everybody's life and comparing it to yours. Child, it looked good until you open the door. And just like
Yeah.
know like it
Ooh,
works for
yeah.
you.
It looks
It
good
works.
until you open the door. It's so crazy. Me and Dash were just talking about that, and yes, it literally people are so on focus on the aesthetic of like what it looks like on Instagram or what it looks like when they just go eat someplace. Because you're a customer, you're
Mm-hmm.
not going to know what happens on the other side. So yeah, you think it's great and da 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 da, but people don't know until you enter that threshold, just like I did. Like I worked for this place for years, off and on, but it wasn't until, and I was very like, I'm coming in here, I do my job, and I go. But as soon as
Mm-hmm.
I was on the other side and the door opened, I was like, oh shit, this ain't what I really thought it was. I gotta go back on the other side where it's safe
Yeah.
because it's when I went inside the door, child, and it wasn't it. It wasn't it. So
Yeah,
yeah.
they say the grass isn't green on the other side. That's a real like live model that I think it still plays into an amazing effect. Like everything looks good until you really in it. And I'm really in the season of like allowing people, like giving people the space and the time to see that. And that's like
Mhm.
with your jobs, with your friends, with all those people, give them the time to realize that the grass ain't green. So if somebody's sleeping on you and they don't find like your potential to be important to them or your wellness to be important to them, then you need to let them go see what it's like to deal with somebody else. And
Period.
then that will they'll realize like so like, hey, you know what? You don't appreciate that I need time for myself. I need to be able to have a balance at work. You don't understand. Okay, well, I'm gone. And that's
Mhm.
just what it is. Like, walk away from the job. There's 1,000 jobs. And also, you guys, it is going into holiday season. I recommend. So many people are looking for seasonal things. Like, even if you're just trying to sum up the courage to quit a job or you just need more money to travel so you can have some time to do stuff with your kids and stuff on the weekend, please, please, please consider a part-time job, even if it's delivery, even if it's helping, 1 or 2 days a week. These places really could use great people, and I definitely recommend that this is the time. It's seasonal. You can really like not commit because after the season, they ain't gonna need you, ain't gonna work. You
Yeah.
done, they done, ain't no hard feelings. You got us some
Mhm.
extra money if you guys are wanting to do stuff for the holidays, travel, and it would be really nice to release that stress from you guys if you can. And honestly, you can even be a babysitter. That's a vibe
Yeah.
too. Like people are trying like during the I've already been looking for breaks, like summer breaks and winter break stuff for my son to do. So,
Mhm.
like, those things are expensive. So, if you're already off and you know that you have parents in the area that have to work, like, you can offer your services to watch their kid for a certain amount. And you're still making money just being at home watching kids. Please
Or
consider
dog
it.
sitting too if you
Yeah,
like pets.
for travel and stuff like that, people are going to
Mhm.
be traveling or they're going to be busy. People get new pets all the time and need help. If you're actually good with dogs, dog trainers,
Mhm.
honey, honey. So really consider, I feel like that, like we just talked about Q4, and that's been, like I've been finishing out my Q4 strong by just like forward thinking. Doesn't have to be anything like insane. Sometimes forward thinking adds for progressive things to happen and you're able to finish out the year strong. I'm already booking my son's trips going into next year. That's great, okay, honey, because I love a good spontaneous trip. But to be able to
Mhm.
like look forward, plan things in that nature is really helpful and it really takes that off your plate when you don't have to think about it in the future. But it also lets me know how much money I want to make additional so we can
Mhm.
go and travel and have a really good time. So consider it. I know about to be working like I used to work in about in about a
Yeah.
week. So but I like it. It's funny because I had family come in town this weekend and my cousin was like, well, when are you off? And in my mind I was like, well, I do have a balance where I'm off, but I choose when I'm off. And I just it kind of threw me because I'm like, I know that you guys came in town, but I didn't, and I want to say this very respectful. I didn't invite them, nor was I asked, like, do these dates work? So in my mind, like, I didn't commit to anything where I have to change what I already have going on
Right.
for to accommodate people coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And it really made me reevaluate some things. I mean, I was really in my head about it because I was confused. I was confused, child. I was like, I don't understand. Because I'm actually always the person available. Da, da, da. So for the one time, I'm like, I'm a little confused why people assume that you're gonna take off or change your life when you didn't invite. I think that was like the biggest thing. I didn't invite nobody. I'm not hosting them. No one's staying with me. You didn't ask me if that
Mm-hmm.
works for me, and you haven't tried to say, hey, I want to do this with you these days. Those are
Right.
super important monumental things. And I think as we also think about clearing out for Q4, it's a mental shift. It doesn't always have to be materialistic. I have
Mm-hmm.
personally had to realize, like, yo, like, there's some things that just won't be able to come into this next year with you. And that's like
Mm-hmm.
maybe how people think you're just going to be available, or how people feel like you need to explain yourself, or just the society things of life or family or friends. I feel like that's okay. And it made me realize, like, okay, those are some things that we have to do. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing to accommodate. I'm not going to change that. And then I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, still, even with me stuff going up, I still need some time for myself because I didn't plan on submerging myself with other people's energy when I can, like, mentally prepare for that. Sure, if that's something I want to do, but I personally just don't want to right now. And that's just a personal
Yeah.
thing. I just don't want to be
I don't
respectfully. I
wanna.
don't want to be bothered right now. I don't know why that feeling has come up, but that's just what it is. I can't control how I feel in this moment. But I also had to remind myself that you did a great job having quality time. We had a great time. I saw them every single day, which is big. Okay, I'm like, man, I'm seeing y'all every day. Like, it doesn't matter, and I'm big. It doesn't matter about the time spent or what it consists of. I think it's about you being present when you need to be present.
Right.
And I think, like, that's where a mental shift has gone, because everybody in the world, they want to tell you, or they want to, you're submerged on social media, so you see people doing X, Y, and Z. Well, I'm not those people. I'm not those
Mm-hmm.
people. My time is valuable, so when I give it in whatever length it is, which actually was not no bull, because I don't ever do no bull. So that's good enough. What I don't need to do is be submerged by someone all day long, because that's just not where I'm at in my life.
Yeah.
No one except for my son will get the full day of me unless I have elected to do that. That means I've
Right.
invited you, we've made the plans, and it works out. But if that did not happen, that does not consume your time. And I think as the world goes on, everyone should consider that. What is consuming your time every day? How are you
Mm-hmm.
balancing your time? Yes, friends and family are awesome. Yes, your homegirl, cool. But that can't be an all day thing if it's not
Yeah.
progressive. That can't be an
Right.
all day thing if you didn't plan for it, because you're not being able to feed into yourself. And I had already had a plan for myself, and just I wasn't feeling well. And so I had a recovery plan. And that
Mm-hmm.
is personal, right? But at the end of the day, no one's gonna mess up my recovery plan, because it's like
Mm-hmm.
it took me to a point of realizing I'm not giving myself enough. So when people come in, it was like the universe was testing me. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna be tested. Like, I have to give this to
Yeah.
my time to myself, because I personally have went through something that made me realize I wasn't doing well. And it's because I'm always spreading to other people. So really consider that. I know it's holiday time. Y'all gonna see people. Let them know you coming. Ask them. Ask. Okay. Communication. Ask them, hey,
Mm-hmm.
what you got going on? What you doing? Can we do this? Let's do this. Rah rah rah. Because that's important.
Yep.
That's
It is.
important. Communication is important, and I really want to emphasize that talk to people before, so people have a view, because flying off the seat of your pants just doesn't always work for people anymore. So
Right.
really communicate that. I think that people are so used to doing that, and I realize that does not work for me.
Or if you are someone that is like super, super spontaneous and stuff like that, don't, if you want to do something with someone and they can't do it or they're working or whatever, don't make them feel bad. for working, or respect what people have going on. Be like, okay, cool. I love to spend time with you. Maybe we could do something else at a different time. But then don't like come down on someone just how they're like, well, when are you off? Like that. Don't come at someone like that just because you just happen to be off this day. Like not everyone's going to
Right.
be on your time just because you're off when you're on vacation because they're coming to visit you from out of state. So yes, they're off. If you just hopped over to Memphis, they would be working too. So it's like you can't just expect everyone just to be living with either local on vacation just because you are. So
Yeah. And
just keep that in mind and be like, okay, cool, and then move on to the next. Or then that's your opportunity, or should be your the light bulb to go off. Be like, dang, maybe I should have asked and made the plans instead of just coming off on a whim and just being like, hey, what you doing? And it's 3 o'clock on a Monday. Like people be at work, people got kids, people got just stuff going on, or maybe that person that was their day to have their self care and they wanted to take a nap for 30 minutes or whatever. You just don't know. So communicate, hey, I'm coming into town. I would love to spend time with you. If you're busy, I get it. Simple. Like so
yeah. And you know
simple
what I
to
realized
do.
too? I was like, the shit is expensive too. Like I was like, fuck, like,
Yeah.
sorry, like I
You
was just
weren't
like,
planning that.
damn.
People
Like
have
that's
budgets.
not I was
Yeah.
like, man, I'm over here. Like, people don't realize, like, when you have people come in town for their vacation, it becomes your vacation money because they want to do
Right.
all this shit that you don't do that costs mad dollars. You're eating out all the time. Nobody's cooking, bro. Okay. Let's be
Mm-hmm.
real. You're eating out all times a day. You got gas because you're driving them around. Then you want to go places that cost money. It's like, dude, like, and that's why I was like, dang, like, I actually had, my budget for this month was like to not really spend, and
Mm-hmm.
that did not go well at all because at the end of the day I had extra accommodations. And so at that point I'm not gonna cook. I'm eating it out now at this point, right? So like it
Mm-hmm.
threw me off as well. And that's why I was like, you know what, it made me really like reconsider some things. I'm like, I don't people don't realize like the invite is important. That's why I was like, damn, that invite's important because when you if I really knew what it was and we communicated, I would have
I would
prepped
say no.
myself a little bit better. I would have said no, or I would have maybe not made that such a thing in my own mind of like
Yeah.
October doing da da da. Because of course,
Right.
like I'm a Virgo, when I make a plan, I want that plan to go, and I don't really like it when it
Mm-hmm.
don't go. Like it's just how I am. I can't help it. So it's like, okay, cool. I would have just planned a little differently, but like the fact you coming in, now I'm like, dude, we spending all this money and time, and it's like that has to be good enough. Don't ask me when I'm working. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because when you're here, I'm spending money. So
Yes.
I think that I should work. And then I also was like, these are also things like I worked additional than my day job, but that's something I like to do. And I don't want to stop doing things that I don't like to do. Plus, I was booked for it a while ago. So it's like, I'm not going to cancel on things that I'm doing for my leisure work. And also, hell, I got to pay for what I just spent with y'all. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
it's got to add up. So yeah, just take that in consideration, you guys. I know holidays are coming up, and I'm honestly not in a holiday people mood. So you won't be hearing any holiday stories like that from me this year. That's just not where I'm at in life. I don't want to do it respectfully, respectfully, respectfully. Like, love y'all, but I don't want to just eat a whole bunch of like food that's gonna make me tired and no fun. Like if
Yeah.
it's fun, sure, but like sometimes when you're traveling, my family, you gotta do some work, child.
Yeah.
It ain't giving
I'm
come and
heavy
enjoy
on
yourself.
definitely since I had Jonah, I'm heavy on like creating your own memories and not doing the norm. We don't ever really
Yeah,
do the normal Thanksgiving or Christmas things ever. So that's what makes it fun. You create those
yeah,
memories that you are gonna remember. Your kids are gonna remember forever. Like me and my mom did this on Christmas or did this on Thanksgiving. Y'all weren't at someone's house who you don't want to be with, like just in the house. So that's what you. I mean, yes, you can create good memories and stuff like that. You can do fun stuff, but travel or do something fun. Go on a little road trip for one of your Thanksgiving or Christmas. Like break it up a little bit because you can always do that same thing. Like just do something different.
yeah. Do something different, and I think that's what I like the different piece of it because it just takes out the normal, like somebody
Cause
wants to
it's
come and visit with asking, sure, like that might be a vibe because we could do something different, but I think just that same old sit, eat, just floppy. Like I'm just
yeah,
not into it. Like I want to be a
cause
little
it's
bit more interactive. And some of my
yeah,
family are, but everyone's segregated now. I feel like back in the day, families
it's
get
different.
together. It was lit, child. It was lit. And I just feel like
Mhm.
everybody's life be lifing and that energy comes on to the food, honey. That's that strug energy. I ain't got time for that. And it's just the things that's going on, and if it ain't nobody got time for that, I'm very I feel like an empath almost. Like sometimes I be really feeling energies when I walk into spaces,
Mhm.
and it's a lot. I'm
Mhm.
like, woo,
Mhm.
whoo. So then, like, you got family that's like going through life is lifing, and you're taking that all in. So if you have a family, you don't have to be mean. You don't gotta be mean. No, no. But you definitely need to protect your space and your energy. If you're trying to progress, like you do. Like
Mhm.
do you really need to go to everybody's house to get the plate? Go to the places to get the plate that is fun, it's cool, it's a vibe, it's
Yeah.
hospitable. And if you're hosting, you need to be that.
Yeah.
You need to have everything together. Don't have Terry, Johnny, and Tina going to 1,000 stores for you because you forgot something. No, prepare. Have everything ready for people to come in.
Make a
If you want them
list.
to bring something, tell them a day or two above, but then know you gonna have a backup plan because people be forgetting. Like have it together so there's no frustration at the party. No frustration. It is being
Mhm.
thankful and it's games. Play games all day long. Those are the memories I love from my childhood. We
Yeah.
used to play games all day long and just laugh, and it was
And get
so
outside.
beautiful.
Like it's fun to do stuff, but like if the weather permit, like get outside, do some outside games, outside fun, like get some fresh air, be in nature. For Thanksgiving they talk about taking a walk before you eat, but take a walk, like take a walk, like do something like fun and get outside with your family. That's really
Yeah.
important. I feel like we don't do that enough because we just sit inside and watching football inside or doing something like that, but no, let's get
It ain't
active
it, yo.
so we can get active, eat the food, go on another walk, like just be get in motion. Get in motion. Yeah.
I love it. So yeah, you guys find some cool stuff. Look for some holiday work if you can, or DoorDash, whatever it is. Find something cool to make a little extra cash that will help maybe your attitude if you're struggling. I think that
I'm
people don't
always
realize,
happier when I
like,
be making money.
yeah, and it's like, man, if life is lifing and you decide to take a little extra step by getting another job, you don't know what other door that'll open for you. I feel like
Mhm.
people love to have a pity party about like what they don't have versus like getting off
Mhm.
your ass and going to get it.
Ain't gonna do it. Yep.
Pet peeve of the masses. I can't stand it,
Yeah.
y'all. I can't stand it. So get off your booty
Yeah.
holes and do a little extra work, but do what makes you happy in there. And you can have it all. You can have it all.
Mhm.
You can, because if the coin is coining
Uh,
and you go in there with the right attitude, can't nobody fuck with you. Like it don't
yeah.
matter if Sally and Becca having a chow wow. That don't matter, honey. You giving high energy, so they ain't even coming for you.
Yeah. That's not even gonna
They
got
ain't
nothing
even
to do with
coming for
you.
you, sis.
Tunnel vision.
You got it. You got it. And if you guys haven't already, make sure you follow us on YouTube so you can see our beautiful faces, see our guests that we had today, and continue to be inspired and continue to push forward.
I feel like the name of this episode it keeps coming to my mind should be stand on business. It's been
Okay.
like a meme that's going around and it's like someone standing on another person and it's standing on business. I'll send it to you, but it's really
Okay.
funny. Just from like our beginning and how it is, stand on it. Stand on business, bet on yourself, but make sure you have
Stand
your
on
stuff
business,
together.
y'all.
Yeah,
Stand on
stand
it.
on it.
Yeah, stand on it.
Yeah.
Stand on business. That's the name of the show. You heard it here first, and you also gonna click on it when you go to YouTube, child. And in that order, make sure you follow me, Get Tone with E on Instagram, and Get Tone Wellness for your wellness needs.
You can follow me at Whitney White 1 on Instagram. And thank